Alright, welcome back guys. We're actually in action for game number 2. After a couple of missed lobbies and rehosts, we're here. I gotta tell you guys, once again we're at 9,300 viewers, and this is for Group A and B. In my honest opinion, I think Groups C and D are even sicker than these. I want to see more numbers tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. My hopes are now up. You guys have officially raised my my expectations. Congratulations, each and every one of you. Do not let me down tomorrow, because remember we've got Group C and D. But this is hardly the end of the day. This match leads into the winner of this fights against Journey. The loser sadly out of the tournament. We got one last best of 3 after this one concludes. So without further ado, spawning in the top left corner of the map. Maybe surprising to some, maybe expected to others, leading this series 1-0 from IVD Gaming, it's the blue Protoss player puCK.
The bottom right, as the red Zerg. It is Evil Genius's Jaedong.
Alright, so this series, this whole tournament today, honestly, through Groups A and B have been kind of out of control. We've had a lot of very aggressive games. I don't think we haven't had a game go past the 20-minute mark, I don't think. And it's kind of cool at the same time, because these guys are really laying it on thick. No one's really pulling out the punches. Everyone's trying to do what they can to win as quickly as possible. puCK went with a very classic build that I mean, just the fact that Jaedong had open mutas, I think was already his kind of downfall before the game began. I mean, it's really hard to be overly critical about that, because you can use mutas in magical, wonderful ways, but I think, I don't know. puCK just put a lot of aggression on early, scared Jaedong. We saw a lot of roaches. You pointed out, then he didn't have the money for those magical mutas. King Sejong's another map where I like mutas, but we'll see if he goes for it again. He is going to play really greedy. Third base coming down very quickly.
I'd like to see Nida Swarm, so I could do the sound effects with Rift.
No, dude, you already left me hanging once, bro. You've burned that card. Again. Like, here's what's gonna happen if we ever meet in real life. We're gonna like do sort of that bro hug, what's up? I'm gonna punch you in the shoulder like really hard. I'll be like, you remember that one time?
You guys sound like a couple. I'm gonna punch you in the shoulder. Teehee. Remember that one time?
I'll punch you in the shoulder.
Did you ever watch the movie Hitch?
Oh, was that the Will
like
Smith
the girl,
one?
Yeah, the girl like punches a guy, and Will Smith's voiceover is like, if you didn't learn this in high school, when a girl punches a guy, it's like it's a good thing.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. Yo, the last Will Smith movie I watched was that 11 pounds or 9 pounds, whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that
one.
one.
It was so sad.
I Am Legend. I never knew what the actual story was supposed to be. It's actually like a really cool like thought. The real story. Do you guys know what it is?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Like, actually what happens is that he's a legend because he goes around murdering all these vampires, right? But in reality, he's the only odd one out. He's the only one that didn't turn into a vampire. So he's kind of like the
vampire, yeah.
Yeah, so they say that he's like a legend and that they scare their kids with talks about this guy. And like at the end or something, they're all like around him and they feel really sorry for him, but he's also like this like mass murderer type. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah, kind of that role reversal, but alright, we forgot to introduce, once again guys, I'm Rifkin, casting all day today with Zombie Grub, and of course, now with us is James in the background. He's of course the translator for WCS America. That's probably where you've known him and seen him from. Did a little bit of work at Red Bull, but he's also been taking your questions all day, saving them up to ask these players if they get out of the group alive. Oh, but we just got a very unique donation. $20 coming from ZL Freedom. I'm assuming that's ZL Freebird as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Winter Starcraft question mark. It's the big one on Base Trade TV. I don't know what this means, but hashtag snooters.
That was in a live report thread too, and I didn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that refers to, but man, thank you guys so much for all your support today.
Run, buddy, run away from that stalker.
Dead. It's First Blood. Rip.
Oh,
I like the secondary echo from James' computer.
I know his microphone picks it up a little bit. Yo, I gotta actually, you know what? We've given a lot of shouts and love to various people today, but I think I gotta give a big shout out to Ryan Shutter. He, of course, is the one who implemented all these graphics. This is like beta use of GameHeart. No one else has got to play with this yet but us. There's some cool graphs you can look at, of course, through workers and through army value and all this, but he also I didn't know he could actually do this. I kind of asked jokingly, but he built First Blood into the game so I'd never have to worry about missing it. Oh my god, this has made my life immediately like 1,000 times better.
So? Some important things happening in this game. A, puCK has never once scouted Jaedong.
Oh, that's
it.
true. Yeah.
B, Jaedong got a really good scout with his Ling in the first place, and now he just scouted the that third Nexus. But he went in there and he saw that there wasn't a fourth gateway in the back, and he was going to do a 4-gate. So both, Jaedong has full intel, puCK has no intel.
Well, puCK's done all those extra gateways now, and this isn't going to be like 4 gates for defense by any means. This is going to lead up to, what's that, 6? No, 7. And this is where he can comfortably kind of perform an all-in. The thing is, though, because he decided to take the third first, this gives Jaedong a little bit more leeway and a bit more time. If he sees this coming, Roaches and Lings will be out, sure, but he really needs to think about Hydras. Because, quite frankly...
it shouldn't be any type of all-in.
Well, my point is, though, like, this third base is going to be in danger if it's just Roaches and Lings. I don't know if he'll be able to hold it. Because King Sejong's got a lot of these weird little, like, the crevasse here really lends towards force fields. There's a lot of good areas you can use that against Jaedong.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I would be really disappointed if Jaedong took a lot of damage from this, though. Like, really, oh no, I'm already disappointed in Jaedong. The infestation pit goes down.
But also this quick fourth. Like, what is this? This doesn't even make sense within the context of things. But all right, cancels this so it doesn't lose it. I actually like the infestation pit though, because it's probably gonna be for fungals, if I had to guess. He might go Vipers or Blinding Clouds, because those can be effective as well, but I doubt this is going to be Swarm Hosts.
Oh, you don't know.
I mean, it could be. I've seen Jaedong. I know you can play it, but I'm just saying. After playing a Blink Stalker heavy game, that's where my thought goes.
This is really worrying. 32 Lings are on the way. If they had been here, a complete round would have gone down, and he definitely would not have
lost. He needs to go around the long way. Trying to run through the mineral lines isn't going to cut it.
On a recall, and puCK is just all over Jaedong this series. What the?
Yeah, this is a completely different game. We saw puCK just do the weirdest stuff desperately. Oh, it is Swarm House, you're right. The weirdest stuff desperately against Journey. But coming up against Jaedong, it's like a whole nother player, a whole nother caliber. Maybe he just loves PvZ. I don't know.
Maybe. I just feel like he's doing these are things that are unnatural to a Protoss. Like, sometimes they'll play super defensive and they won't leave a third base, but a lot of the times I see these pokes with whatever many sentries, like 6 sentries and a couple of more zealots and stalkers, because they always have the recall in case things go south. So I don't it's not actually that much of a surprise. It's not like puCK is finding these super Gosu timings that no one else knows, but Jaedong just never has enough units.
Well, the Swarmers are a very interesting choice to go here. I like the double expand to make up for that base dying. We recently got to see some really, really good Swarm Host usage out of Starbuck during DreamHack, and quite frankly, I think the way he uses it is my favorite. I don't think we'll see it quite out of Jaedong, but it's more than just set it, forget it, you're natural, and let them defend for you while you micro around the map and specifically focus on things like Roaches and Lings and Run-Bys and Burrow and Tricks. But yeah, Jaedong probably not going to be the one who uses them that way. Not a lot of people do.
I would have, Jaedong sounds like the person that should, though, right? Like, Jaedong's aggressive and he uses Lings all the time. But you're right. He seems to keep trying to emulate the European style, the Snoot style. I think he really likes Snoot and really looks after him for, builds and styles. But he doesn't have it, really tacked down, I think.
Well, I think one of the big things, too, is he's getting aggressive across the map like this, but there's nothing close to creep spread. There's not going to be any Spore Crawlers or Spine Crawlers down to defend it. This puts him in range of 2 bases. Okay, cool, but there's already an Observer right over this. puCK is fully aware this is coming.
Yeah, he does. There's just not a lot of things he can do about it. With Blink, he could go around, or he could try and jump on top of them when they, don't have the locusts, but without it, he's generally okay for now.
We keep leaving James out of the cast. What are your thoughts on this this scenario here, James? Since you actually know Jaedong pretty well.
I don't like him when you play Swarm Host, just because I know, yes, Swarm Hosts are great unit. It's just Jaedong Swarm Hosts typically don't work because I don't know what it is. I think it's the mentality. Another great Zerg player like Sulky, for example, he's known for his defensive style, with also the play with Storm Host. His works, but I think he's too aggressive with Swarm Host.
Oh.
If you want to think about it in terms of Terran, it's like you're going mech against Zerg, but instead of turtling, you're going out to attack, to greet the Zerg in the middle of the
where's puCK's Observer?
Oh, lagging behind. Thank God for Jaedong.
Yeah, that could have been a huge loss of Swarm.
Oof.
that would have been like a game-ending almost loss of Swarm Host going down for almost free. But all right, he manages to squeeze in behind this some Roaches and Lings. He's not gonna get too much of this,
good run
sadly.
back.
Well, actually, hook the cannons. That might let him kill the probes, but here's the army here to defend.
He does give away a good chunk of his units, and you know he is researching the +1 melee, so he's really not looking to go like the
Hive.
mass. Well, now that I say that, he's playing some more Swarm Host. I thought maybe he was going to transition into maybe even Ultras, but
Well, that, but I also like the idea of going for massive lings, because, you know, we're talking about the control of Starbuck for a moment. You can't really do that for roaches unless you're, like, you know, the Roach King. Jaedong, in this instance, will be able to use these defensively while sort of just going super speedy across the map with the lings.
whoa, sick
the warping
warping,
wall.
almost worked out.
Yeah.
Almost.
That was very much, definitely intentional there on the puck.
He's got to bring an I think Jaedong should bring an overseer with him. He's constantly burrowing underneath this observer.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can
sick
snipe it with, right?
fields. No, but it's better to know
Dude,
than getting, you know, this
I'm telling
happens
you,
where he gets
puck swiping his
positioned.
finger across the map, like on the screen. There's no like mouse clicks here. This is just like Protoss Ninja.
Lings are streaming across. They will go to the main, but they're met by 2 Colossus. This might just be
Actually-
enough. Yeah, Jaedong has to leave.
I don't know. I think he could have got on top of those. I guess without a
Yeah.
glance, not quite yet. But still, goes to this base. It's also gonna be warped in. He's trying to hold position to kill these probes. We'll get a good couple probe kills, but I mean, it costs him a lot of army to get these run-bys done.
Well, I think the roaches, yeah. The Lings, not so much. He is going to bank up a lot of money because, of course, he's going Swarm Hosts. He's on 4 bases, so, you know, he lost a 3rd and a 4th canceled, and he's, you know, it's like it never happened by now. It's 1630, so Jaedong can still afford to throw 30 Lings at a time. You notice he's making 30 Lings at a time every time.
Okay, so I did miss some subs, and we finally get the sub list. We'll puck starts pushing here, guys. Kane, I don't know if that's a real Kane, like my Insanity Kane, but Kane SC2 sub, confirmed 1. Dark Spring, we got those guys, Ancient Meat, and of course we recently had Mad Leprechaun and Candy Bob 3 join the family. So welcome, guys.
There might be a recall. I mean, he knew he saw it with the observer. No recall going forward? Yeah?
He can go forward. I don't think there's enough spores or spine crawlers.
The Abductor could have a bit awkward.
Oh, yeah, really
They almost get. Actually, they do get with a Colossus.
Oh.
The Spore Crawler turns out to be good. The Locust down here will kill the other Colossus. Jaedong can't, or rather, puCK can't push into this with only 2. Meanwhile, back at home, he's lost his natural mineral line. Probes are being slaughtered. 33 dead and rising. This is looking a bit better for Jaedong. I wouldn't say he's won this just yet, but this is definitely the way he needs to edge back into this game.
I really did not like his choice to attack in instead of recall. He didn't have a lot of intel on the Swarm Host or the position up on top, I'm pretty sure, because Observer couldn't get in. So, you know, if he had known that he could push in, then yeah, push in, take the damage back at home. But he had no idea. He was hesitant. Obviously, he couldn't push in, lost an army. You know, patience in that situation would have worked out better.
I thought it was a little bit of a joke when I saw someone in Twitch chat say it earlier, but King Jaedong Station seems like it's reigning true here. Because what seemed to be a very awkward start with these Swarm Hosts, he certainly started to take control of the game. Lings with Adrenal Glands now heading towards this 4th. He's going to knock down this base. Adrenal Gland Lings without level 3 weapon upgrades are still very, very deadly. They attack so freaking fast. Stops the Warpin with a Pylon kill! Oh, Jaedong! Why are you so good with
really
Lings?
Yeah, he's super good at Lings. Wasn't there another, I know you talked about Starbuck, wasn't there someone else, a lesser known Zerg who we were casting and he used Lings and Swarm Host? Was that him that used it like this?
Well, I know Minimath was like Ling heavy with 13-13 against like all races.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I don't
think of
remember it was the
someone else.
Swarm Host Lings. Yeah, I can't recall right now, but I just remember being really impressed with the style and thinking like, you know, this is so awesome. You know, we rarely see this, and especially going into Ultralisk. You know, maybe it was B-Lord. No, wait. I mean,
No,
Ultras, B-Lord.
You're only saying that because of Ultras, yeah.
Yeah, but he is going Ultras, and
I like that. You know what? Ultra's gonna break force fields, everything on the map right now. I mean, there's a couple of Immortals out, but not enough. But puCK, he got his way back into the game really well last time with DTs, in a big way, and he's once again getting those DTs out.
oh, Jaedong learns though.
Yeah, he's got, well, no
Thanks
session, no
for-
detection.
Ah, more for 1 Overseer of every base.
That
It's
Spire
fair.
might actually get picked up. There you go, Overseer's been working in. Alright, he knows what's up. Lings on the inside of the map do cancel yet another base for puCK. And you know what? Jaedong has every base almost on his side of the field. His control this game is just... It's like night and day looking at Overgrowth versus this game. It's no longer the awkward builds. It started off a bit weird and shaky with the Swarm Host, but he really didn't over-dedicate to them. Now he's got that Spine Crawler and the Spore Crawler wall going down. I mean, you're not Snoot until you've got 89 Spore Crawlers, but still.
Yeah, and 15 Swarm Host actually isn't that big of a count. It's kind of a modest count, really.
Yeah, try not to run the Lings into this. He's going to have to get some good abducts. Blinding Claw's going down to zone the Stalkers out just a little bit, but here we go with the abducts. First, Colossus goes down. There's still 5 more, 6 more behind us, though. Those aren't hallucinations. Those are the real deal. Of course, now there's Templar here to feed back the Viper. So Jaedong's been getting a lot of free abducts off, but that's not gonna happen in much longer. Looks like we had a small run by while this is going on. These Lings will not be able to take on the cannon. 31 mutas, though. We're talking about ultras. It's gonna be Mutalisks.
Why even get the ultras? I don't know.
I think the mutas are gonna work really well here. The Stalker count's way too low. There's no Archons. Colossus, of course, as tall as they may be, they can't shoot up. This is a fantastic move out of Jaedong.
Oh, the feedbacks aren't there. He has the high Templars and no feedbacks on those Vipers.
He's also getting these Stalkers so low. They might be blinking back. The Mutalisks are going to clear these up so quickly with Flameborn.
Yeah, I mean, puCK, I think, is actually thinking he's got it all in here. Can't get a 4th base. Oh, but the mutas, oh, that must be so terrifying.
This is not like 10 mutas or 14 mutas like the last game either. This is 30 plus mutas. Coming in here strong.
I don't think he can take on this army, though. He needs Ling support or something.
It's only level 2 weapon upgrades on the Blink Stalkers.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, they're not doing much. GG. Jaedong brings it back.